Carolyn Ribeiro here from mining.com.au. Joining me is Critical Minerals Group Managing Director Scott Winter. Hi Scott, welcome.
Hey Carolyn, great to be here.
Scott, the company's completed metallurgical test work on material from your flagship Lindfield Project in northwest Queensland. Talk us through the results.
Yeah, certainly. It's been a great recent period for bench scale testing of a lot of the material coming through from the seam. So we've done two separate test works on the primary product being the vanadium product coming through Lindfield, but also through HPA. So I might just explain about the vanadium first. So we've been testing all of the seam groups, the upper, mid, and the lower seams. And what has really encouraged us is the work that we've done on the upper seam, and that is something that is actually not even included in our resource. We were testing all of it to see how it would beneficiate. The others have gone as expected, which is great. But the upper seam has really, in a very short period of time, only 4 tests, shown an upgrading of vanadium up to 1.5%, which is terrific from our perspective. It sets a really good precedent, with our parameters for the processing, that we've got there so fast, and we can now tweak to really push that grade up to higher levels and really be ready to take the next step, which will be into the pilot plant test work for larger scale. The other really encouraging work was on the HPA product, the high purity alumina. And look, one test that we put that through the lab, the bench scale lab testing, and we've been able to, in 2 products and 2 parts of the seam, achieve a 3N and a 4N, which is a 99.999% purity, which is a target product for us. So again, really encouraging results in respect of bench scale testing, which just lead to such a confidence level around taking the next steps in larger scale testing.
That brings me to my next question, and you've already touched on this, but what does achieving these results early on mean for the company moving forward?
Oh, look, a significant confidence boost for us in lots of respects. The upper seam hasn't been included in the resource. So now, with some confirmatory work and a little bit more study around the financials, we can certainly look to perhaps include that in the resource itself. It hasn't been in there, and it's a bonus being as the upper seam, so close, very low strip ratio, low cost. So that's very promising for us. And the HPA achieving a 4N result in just the first test is extremely encouraging. This is a vanadium business. We're looking to produce electrolyte product for the battery market, but we're certainly looking at a HPA product there that's supercharging the returns for the business, and extremely encouraging for us. Early stages, but certainly very confident to help us progress into the next development stages.
And the scoping study is due to be completed by the end of Q3. How is this work tracking?
Very well. So that's on target to complete, maybe even a little early, but we'll certainly make sure we get all of the right input parameters, test work done, confirm all the results, and pull the chapters together as we need to. So that's going to be ready as expected. At the moment, we're just locking in the financials for the financial model to make sure that's all right. And again, just confirming some of those test results so that we've got the right information in there for the scoping study outcome. The next steps that we are focusing on very much is having a review of that scoping study to justify the next step, which would be around the pre-feasibility study works. We're certainly looking, as I said before, around larger scale testing for vanadium and the alumina product. And that will require more samples, so some drilling planning is underway at the moment to source that. And certainly being very, I suppose, focused on taking the next steps into development of this project. We want to be extremely engaged with the community, with the landowners, the traditional owners in that area, and the general community. It's early stages, but it's important to be there and meet those that are part of the local community. We are certainly looking at what environmental work that's required, getting some of the baseline study work kicked off, because some of that takes quite a while to get through the seasonality of those results. So that's certainly in our focus at the moment.
Sounds like a very busy time ahead. Scott Winter, Managing Director of Critical Minerals Group, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Caroline. Appreciate the time, and talk to you soon.